All hail the Clicks crew. Alright guys, today we're taking a look at even more Captain America and the Avengers Marvel Heroclix Set. We've got a ton of previews for you today. These look really good. We've got the Ultra Chase previewed. We've got a for sure meta figure, a prime figure, a super rare figure, so really cool. Looking forward to doing these previews for you. Also, Set should start getting a lot more spoilers for you next week because that is when pre-releases start, so keep an eye on the channel for that stuff. I'll be doing hopefully pre-release unboxing, pre-release gameplay for you guys, so that's really cool. Before we get into these previews, I'd like to just take a moment and mention that Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by the Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafé.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also sponsored by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit trollandtoad.com and use the promo code Mr. Clicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. And I know for sure Lucky Dice Cafe is taking pre-orders for this set, and Troll and Toad might be, but if not, visit their site after the set officially drops, and they will honor the 5% off code, so you'll be able to pick up singles or sealed product at 5% off. So, you know, we like to help those that help the channel. So let's go ahead and get rolling on these previews. So up first, we have Josiah X. So this guy looks pretty cool here. He is the rare prime, so he's number 001B. He has the scientist, soldier, and warrior keywords. He has one special on his damage called the Crew. Empower friendly characters that are adjacent or share a keyword with Josiah X can reduce penetrating damage. So that's pretty cool there. Soldiers can get a lot of help out of that. Warriors tend to be like low ranged individuals, so they tend to get sniped off by running shot, penetrating, psychic blast a lot, so that could definitely help them out. So he's 50 points, has a 9 movement with charge, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 3 damage with that special. For only 50 points, this guy's pretty good. Not my favorite out of the primes we've seen. We've seen the rare prime and the super rare prime, and now this guy, we just haven't seen the uncommon prime. But this guy's not bad. I think warriors will get a lot of use out of him. So definitely a use for him, even though he's not the most useful. So next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Baron Zemo. So this is the second one we've seen. The first one that we saw was the release day kit version. So if you guys want to see a review of that particular version, make sure to check out the YouTube card now for that, for you to glance at, because that will be that one was actually pretty good. So Baron Zemo is number 62 in the set. He has the Masters of Evil, Thunderbolts, Martial Artist, and Scientist keywords. He has 2 traits, special on his damage and a special on his movement. His first trait is, we shall call ourselves the Thunderbolts. During game setup, when establishing theme teams, you may treat Masters of Evil and Thunderbolts as a single named keyword. So that's pretty cool there. I like that this set seems to be doing a lot with theme teams and whatnot. So I hope that WizKids continues to do that in the future. I think theme team and keywords have been kind of an underutilized part of the game. Like, they've been utilized and as far as like basically getting map choice, but I think it's cool that they're trying to get them more involved with other parts of the game. So that's pretty cool there, because neither one particularly has a lot of choices. So this really helps expand that. Then the other trait is assemble bolts and masters. We've seen this on a bunch of other figures before, so we're not really going to cover that too much. And if you haven't, make sure to check out the other videos because I have covered it in them. And then the special on his damage is, we will take the place of the Avengers in their hearts. Leadership, outwit. When Baron Zemo uses leadership and succeeds, you may choose a Marvel team ability that isn't uncopyable. As long as he's on the map, friendly characters with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts keyword can use the chosen team ability until he chooses again. So what's important is it's not successful again. It's just, okay, turn 1, boom, succeed on my leadership roll, choose a copyable Marvel team ability, And then that's it. We're rolling. We got a Marvel team ability, and it doesn't say that replaces your original one. So you're gonna be able to double up on some really good team abilities. I could see, what am I thinking of? I think Sinister Syndicate's copyable. I'm pretty sure. That's definitely a really handy one. Defenders, like any of that stat sharing type stuff, is normally pretty useful. So definitely a good special there. Then the special on his movement is wait for the perfect time to strike, charge, running shot, stealth. Okay, so you got move and attack for both close and ranged. I like it. So he's got 2 different point lines, 65 points and 45 points. Has the Masters of Evil team ability, 5 range, single target. At 65 points, has an 8 movement with that special, 11 attack, precision strike, 18 defense, mastermind, and indomitability, 3 damage with that special. And then at 45 points, 8 movement with the special, 11 attack, precision strike, 18 defense with mastermind, and indomitability, 3 damage with that special. Anybody that's watched this channel for like more than 3 videos, you know what I'm going to be a fan of. It's the 45 point click. It's literally the same stat line. Now, granted, you only get 1 click of that instead of 3 clicks, but I mean, 20 points could be a lot. If you got the 20 points to spare, I feel like they're good stat lines. I feel like it's probably worth 10 points for each of those, but definitely for 40 points to be able to get multiple team abilities, to be able to bridge keywords. And this guy's pretty good too. Charge and running shot with 11 attack, pretty good. And there's plenty of ways to get his damage up there. So yeah, this guy is for sure a super rare that I definitely want. And I actually kind of like this sculpt. I know it's more basic sculpt, but I like it. So next up, we're actually going to take a look at the Ultra Chase. They don't do Ultra Chases for every set. They've done, let me see here, White Rabbit for DC, Deadpool on a unicorn, and Thanos as an Ultra Chase. So Peggy Carter is the 4th Ultra Chase. Hopefully we see more of these. I don't know why they did them and then stopped doing them, but I think they're normally pretty cool when they come out. So she's got the Avengers, Howling Commandos, Shield, Pass, Soldier, and Exiles keyword. She has 3 traits. First trait is Living Legend. The first time each game Peggy Carter would be KO'd, instead turn her to her last non-KO click, then roll a d6 and heal her equal to half the result protected pulse wave. I feel like we've seen that power a few different times in this set already, so that's pretty cool there. At first, before the previews today, I was like, man, they're really making some figures hard to KO. But wait until our next figure that we're going to talk about, and it becomes painfully obvious why this is coming out. So my image is a little blurry, so if you see me starting to squint, you know that that's what's going on. The other one is, the other second trait is, when Steve fell, I had to step up. Sideline active. When a friendly character named Captain America or Steve Rogers of 50 points or more is KO'd by an opposing character, you may place Peggy Carter from your sideline into the square that he into the square on her blue starting line. Then deal her damage equal to final amount of damage taken by the character minus the damage he was clicked. The access damage, I think is what that says. So basically, if you take 5, if Steve is dealt 5 and it took 3 to KO him, then it looks like the last 2 go to Peggy. Okay. You can't bring in something from your sideline and not have some kind of a drawback for free. Then the third trait is Becky Barnes, toughest girl in Brooklyn. When Peggy Carter starts the game, generate a Becky Barnes bystander. So what's a Becky Barnes bystander look like? Try saying that 5 times fast. She has the Avengers, Exile, Shield, and Soldier keywords. So we're getting pogs with keywords now, it seems, which is, she might be able to use theme prob if she can do that. I'm not sure. You guys let me know in the comments below if that makes it so she can do theme prob or not. But anyway, She has 4 range, single target, 8 movement with sidestep, 11 attack, 18 defense with combat reflexes and indomitability, 2 damage with close combat expert. That's pretty solid for a Pog, I'm not going to lie. Like, a freebie to get tossed in is pretty good. Peggy Carter has 2 different point lines, 75 points and 50 points. At 75 points, she starts off with a 6 range, single target, 9 movement with charge, 12 attack, precision strike, 19 defense, defend, and indomitability, 4 damage with leadership. And then at 50 points, 8 movement with charge, 11 attack with precision strike, 18 defense with toughness, 3 damage with leadership. I, in a rare turn of events, like the 75 point dial better. I think that 19 with defend is really tough for a lot of people. And you throw on something that's like a 5-point remaker ring to give her some shape change, you know, kind of give her a bit of a rollout, because it seems like you know, really we're relying on just the stat itself, the 19, which, I mean, you can, but you know, you give her a rollout. I could see this. This is a good figure. Now, it's not like Thanos Ultra Chase Good, where it's like automatically by itself meta worthy, but I do think, given that the next figure is going to be played so much, that you'll be able to, in a roundabout way, see this figure played, and you'll see her on the blue starting line. So without further ado, I guess we're going to talk about this next figure. So here we go. This is Steve Rogers, and he is just a hoss. He is Avengers, Howling Commando, Invader, Shield, and Soldier keywords. He's number 38 in the set, so he's just a rare. And he has 3 traits. First one's Assembled Avengers. Again, it's a solid trait. I know that I've been glossing over it, but it's a good trait. But, you know, it's not doing it every time somebody has it. His second trait is Living Legend. The first time each game Steve Rogers would be KO'd, instead turn him to his last non-KO click, then roll a d6 and heal him equal to half the result. Protected Pulse Wave. Okay, Living Legend trait, same as Peggy Carter. So that's cool there. And then, so I think between that, so if you were playing this guy and Peggy Carter, you should have to, if I'm reading it right, knock out Steve, he comes back, then knock him out again, then bring in Peggy Carter, then knock out Peggy Carter, and then have to knock her out again. So you'd have to knock out somebody 4 times to get 50 points? Is that what I'm reading? I'll look on it. If it's that, I'll do another whole video on it. But anyway, so that's interesting by itself. Then the third trait is the showstopper. And I, for one, am kind of excited about it. At the same time, I'm like, why? But it's just, it breaks a particular figure that was already broken so much that I'm like, it's good. So the trait is, we'll take all the help we can get if you're worthy. Leadership. So, trait of leadership, always good. During force construction, you may choose a standard character of 50 points or less. That character loses its printed keywords for the entire game and gains either the Avengers or Shield keywords. Choose one. Oh my goodness. So, for this 50-point figure, well, hold on. We'll cover what he does first. Okay, so he's 50 points, has the Shield and Avengers team ability, 4 range single target, 7 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 17 defense with combat reflexes, 2 damage with perplex. So with the Shield team ability and the perplex, you have the potential to give +2 to stats. Really, yeah, you give the power action with the Shield team ability. You do the perplex with him. Very cost-effective figure. Also with the leadership, he can be carried. You know, that's just really good. Now, I'm trying to think what was already a good figure for 50 points that you saw in the meta that just didn't have a theme team. Was it in fact Vulture Prime from Earth X? Is that who you're thinking of? Because that's who I, and apparently everyone else on the internet, thought of as soon as they saw this. So for 50 points, without doing its own separate video, which it'll probably get, for 50 points, basically you have Vulture, and he can charge. Long and short of it, he can charge, and if he knocks something out, he can charge again. And then people put the Doc Ock arms on it from also Earth X, so that you charge Flurry, and basically you accrue charges, so that people were getting like 6 charges saved up, and you could just keep using them. As long as you were knocking figures out, you could save them, and you were able to one turn KO an entire team like this. You know, you get your 3 perplexes for his attack, 3 perplexes for his damage, you know, TK him across the field, and that's it. And for, you know, minimal investment in him, because like, let's say they knock him out, there's still 250 points left on your team. Well, 240, because the Ock arms are 10, but you know, you still have all that left. And his only drawback was that his keywords were like Brute, Magia, and those might have been the only 2, like not good keywords. So if you wanted to use them, the drawback was not being themed. So you're probably not going to get to pick map, and he needs particular maps. And what they did was they made 2 of the better supporty keywords, and definitely one of the easiest keywords to just spam to get map with Avengers. They were like, here you go, Vulture. You're an Avenger now, and enjoy your +8 to +11 theme team, and you know, enjoy the blood of your enemies. So I, for one, really like the Steve Rogers figure. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. There's a lot of figures that aren't Vulture that will really benefit from this. We'll probably do other videos. I think this is, in general, a good figure for the game. I think eventually, though, they're going to say somehow that primes can't. There's going to be a new rule or an errata, some kind of watch list thing, where primes can't be given different keywords, or, you know, they're not considered standard somehow because his thing says standard keywords. They'll do something to fix it. I'm almost sure, because nobody. Well, I'm not going to say nobody. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but there's going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth of a plus, you know, +8 Avengers theme team sporting a Vulture. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps me, keep me motivated to do these videos. It also lets YouTube know, hey, other people might enjoy this type of video. What I want you guys to do in the comments below is let me know what figure besides Vulture, Steve Rogers, you're looking forward to using a Steve Rogers type. I like that they made him a rare. Had this been the Ultra Chase, this would have been super expensive. So you guys let me know what your favorite figure was, and what figure you think this Steve Rogers would benefit the most that's not named Vulture. Make sure to check back for more content for Captain America and the Avengers, and Heroclix content in general. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember the zone critical miss if you don't have probability control.